You know that feeling when you finish a video about discipline or procrastination or identity, and for about 10 minutes, something feels different? A kind of clarity, a momentum, like you've finally cracked something open. Then you wake up the next morning doing the exact same things. Here's the thing though, that's not a motivation problem. There's a specific mechanism in your brain that makes consuming self-improvement content feel almost identical to actually improving. And until someone explains that mechanism clearly, you'll keep watching, keep reading, keep chasing that 10-minute clarity, and keep wondering why nothing actually moves. When you consume information that feels relevant to your goals, your brain releases dopamine. The same dopamine it releases when you accomplish something real. In behavioral neuroscience, they call this the information reward system. Your brain cannot fully distinguish between preparing to change and actually changing. It treats the acquisition of knowledge as partial progress. You feel like you're moving. You're not. And here's where it gets weird. The more precise the content is to your exact problem, the stronger the hit. Which means the self-improvement niche is accidentally engineered to be one of the most effective dopamine traps ever built. The content that speaks to you most directly is the content that most completely replaces the action it was supposed to inspire. There's a moment in Eminem's early career that most people skip over. Before the Slim Shady LP, before 8 Mile, he had spent years studying rap, obsessively. He understood the craft, the history, the technique. He could break down any verse. By every measure, he was prepared. He was still broke and unsigned at 24. What changed wasn't more studying. Dr. Dre didn't sign him because he had finally learned enough. He signed him after hearing a demo Eminem recorded in a single weekend. Raw, no overthinking, just creating. The album that changed everything was made in a window where he had no time to prepare. Just execute. The difference between studying rap and making rap is the same gap that keeps most people exactly where they are. You don't graduate into action. You choose it before you feel ready. I know this pattern from the inside. Before I posted a single video on this channel, I built a complete content system. Brand colors, font pairings, a 17-part style guide, a channel trailer. The logo was finished before the audience existed. That's not procrastination. That's the consumption trap wearing productivity's clothes. I was busy. I was working. I had evidence of progress everywhere I looked. None of it was a video. Then came the research spiral. I ran competitor analysis. I studied what was working in the niche. I took detailed notes on other channels growing, while mine sat at 0. I understood the algorithm better every week. My subscriber count didn't move because there was nothing to subscribe to. Then I built the production pipeline, every tool in the right order. The full sequence from script to voiceover to animation to edit to upload. A complete studio for a channel with 0 videos. Preparation so thorough it became its own destination. I mistook architecture for momentum, and then the most brutal one. I'm making a video about the consumption trap, using the exact process that kept me stuck. I researched the topic. I built the framework. I wrote the script. The video isn't posted yet. I'm living the script while writing it. That's not irony. That's the mechanism doing exactly what it's designed to do. Even awareness of the trap doesn't automatically spring it. You can understand something completely and still be inside it. The philosopher Erich Fromm described 2 fundamental modes of living, having and being. Having mode, you accumulate things. Knowledge, techniques, plans, insights. Being mode, you embody something through direct experience. Most self-improvement content is an elaborate version of having mode. You collect insights like receipts. You build an ever more detailed case for the version of yourself who hasn't started yet. The shift isn't about motivation. No amount of accumulated knowledge becomes identity. Identity is built through action, repeated, under friction, before you feel completely ready. Here's the belief underneath all of this. I need to understand it fully before I can do it correctly. That sounds logical, responsible even. But it's a protection mechanism. If you don't fully understand it yet, you can't be wrong yet. Preparation is comfortable because it isn't falsifiable. You cannot fail a plan that hasn't been tested. The reason you haven't broken this loop isn't laziness. It's not a character flaw. It's a design mismatch between a brain built to treat information as progress and a world that sells complexity as a substitute for execution. You were handed a dopamine trap dressed as a growth toolkit. That's an information gap. Now you have the right model. Let me show you what this actually looks like. You're 3 weeks into building a consistent morning routine. You've watched 7 videos on the topic. You understand the neuroscience of cortisol. You know why the first hour matters. But you keep sleeping through the alarm. So you watch one more video. You take notes. You feel ready. You set the alarm again. You sleep through it again. Here's what's actually happening. Every video you watch creates a dopamine signal that partially satisfies the drive to fix the problem. You get just enough relief to reduce urgency, but not enough change to produce a different result. The consumption functions as a pressure valve. It releases enough tension to prevent the discomfort that would force action. What does a different approach look like? You wake up late. Instead of watching another video, you open a notebook and write one sentence. What specifically happened this morning? Not a plan, not research. One honest observation. You do this for 5 days. By day 3, you notice it isn't about the alarm at all. You've been dreading the first task of the day. That 5-minute observation loop just gave you more usable data than 3 weeks of content. What to stop immediately? Stop treating the act of learning about a problem as a step toward solving it. Information consumption is not progress. It is preparation for progress, and only when it's followed immediately by a micro-action. What to start in the next 24 hours? Pick one thing you've been learning about for more than 2 weeks and do a 2-minute version of it today. Not a plan, not a goal. 2 minutes of the actual thing. Imperfect. Incomplete. Just real. What to expect? It's going to feel wrong. Like you need one more piece of information first. That feeling isn't a warning. It's the exact signal that you're standing at the right door. Most men consuming self-development content aren't lazy. They're thorough. They want to do it right. That instinct isn't the problem. The problem is that thoroughness without execution is just a more sophisticated version of staying still. The content you've been consuming has been describing the door. At some point, you have to walk through it.